Hi there, and welcome to Apple World. It seems as though Chris Brown is in fierce opposition with 50 Cent for the title of the pettiest celeb ever, in light of the fact that Kid Chris Brown just pulled his most out-of-control stunt ever. And I prefer not to say it yet, he could possibly have won the continuous hamburger among him and Quo for some setting Quo. And Chris have been beefing for a hot moment at this point, and everything began when Quo had a thing with Chris's ex, Karrueche, and Chris was all up in his sentiments over it, despite the fact that he wasn't the very best sweetheart to Karrueche. When they were together, she even got a limiting request against him after they separated, guaranteeing that he was purportedly brutal with her when they together, and he put his hands on her. Yet that didn't prevent Chris from kicking Desirous when she off dating Quo, and they began beefing after that. They exchanged punches to and fro. Yet when we saw them sitting next to each other in January, we believed that they had let their hombu arger go anyway. Chris promptly denied this maxim that the decision to sit close to Quo was not his choice to make, saying, "I can't pick who you sit by F all that grownish. I'm not F to bobble my pack for a little E ninja." He then disquoted Oddity on his tune, saying F and my O won't make us equivalent tasting in 1942 because I don't do no Quo. Freak be she like cast am Migos, not the Migos Quo. Then applauded back by raising Chris's old DV cases and how Chris used to put his hands on Kai, saying you did the honeybee wrong and presently the honeybee is gone. She posted with a hooligan call. The honeybee telephone? She won't return home? Don't pulsate her up? It should be the need to cross out your fitting. Quo proceeded with letting me know. Little brother, what's your issue? It's over an idea you said it's greater than that, yet no, it's not. It's because I was diving into it and it got him hot. I'm giving appreciation, yet I know you will not be on my neck. You will be at my spot. Quo's shot hit Chris squarely in his fields, because you all realize that he can't stand when that piece of his pass is raised. He then dropped a rap plate track against Quo's most vulnerable connection, and he began the tune with a voice message from Quo saying that he would rather not smoke with Chris. Things went sideways from that in light of the fact that Chris hauled and ridiculed Quo for Phil, calling Quo a thump with fears and taking steps to pull up on him. He then proceeded to affirm that the meat was over Karrueche. However, at that point, he taunted Quo, discussing how he laid down with Sai when she was all the while dating Quo. He didn't stop there since he likewise raised how individuals wish that the status quo ought to have been the one to die rather than depart. Quo then dropped his own diss track against Chris, and he derided Chris for putting his hands on Rihanna, yet this time he dropped her. He likewise scored a few significant focuses when he brought Departure, resurrected to circle Chris. Well, not precisely yet, he utilized a simulated intelligence-produced model of Takeoff's voice, and I will concede he ate Chris Mech Quo's tune, and he said Google Raps. That is crap darn. And I was energized, that is don't for even a moment need a reaction. Take off rap. Better he likewise posted a Photoshop picture of Quo with the words most fragile connection tatted on his forehead. Now you believe that the dramatization would end there, right? Not precisely in light of the fact that Chris, as of late, made the pettiest of the pettiest moves by subverting Quo's show recordings, which circulated around the web via virtual entertainment, and individuals before long saw that the seats were vacant reports hated that Chris purchased out the seats to act before an unfilled group to lose him. Yo, Chris Brown, are you serious, brother? I realize you got something to do with this. Ain't no one at my Man Quo show today. Yo, Chris Brown, come on, brother. I realize you called someone and advised him to close his confrontation. Where are the individuals? This is terrible. He goes on like quickly. There is no one here. Chris, come on, man, like you can't do this, my man. Yo, this is awful. This is terrible, brother. This sort of helps me to remember when 50 Cent purchased out the first-line tickets for the Jay Regrets show some time ago so that Gu would act before an unfilled group for kicks. Ju was humiliated then at that point, and Quo is humiliated now, and you all need to know who's partaking in this well-separated from Chris, that is, SOI, is partaking in each and every snapshot of this since she is getting her lick back at him. Saweetie and Quavo had an exceptionally muddled separation, and they low-key disdain each other after that. As per an insider, Saweetie low-key finds what is going on, diverting, and has been playing Quavo for this see Quavo once tossed conceal as darling, guaranteeing that she owes her vocation to him and yakety yak. Yet now that Quavo's profession is the one enduring a shot still up in the air to partake in each snapshot of this, fans remarked Chris Brown-Colored's move was savage and all around determined in tea. He wake of dissing Quavo, he takes negligibility higher than ever, purchasing up all of Quavo's show passes and passing on him to perform to a vacant scene is next-level shade hamburger is getting too untidy, man. Chris Brown purchased practically every one of the seats and tickets for Quavo's show. Subscribe Apple World for more videos.